Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews presents the big one, Hurricane High Gravity Double Down. This special edition revisit is interesting. Okay, now, and I'll tell you why. Now, I did the original review for this back in 2010. And then I did a revisit in 2014. So it's been over 7 years ago. And then I did a mystery taste challenge with my friend David. He liked it, and he was like, oh yeah, Hurricane High Gravity. Okay, so when I first started seeing this in 2005, it was $3.99 a 12-pack at Winn-Dixie. True story, $3.99 a 12-pack. So I would buy it, and I stopped drinking it though. I just found it was too heavy. It was too much. It was like eating a beer. So I stopped drinking it right before the hurricane hit. And then after Katrina, in August 2005, that's when prices started to climb. Now you can still get 12 packs of this at Zupardo's east of here, but it's more like $9.99 a 12 pack. It is $9.99 a 12 pack. Some stores might have it for $10.99. Category 5 is the world's most powerful hurricane. Well, we just recently went through a 4, a 4.5. They might recertify it to 5 to us to talk. Hurricane High Gravity brings you an equally bold experience. Believe me, you do not want to go through that type of... This would be an experience you might not mind, but the actual hurricane hitting, 8 hours of that kind of bold experience, you don't want to be part of that. All right. Water, corn syrup, barley malt extract, rice, hops, and hop extract are the ingredients. Not in that exact order, but close to that order. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. For 12 ounces, you get 188 calories. Well, this is 25 ounces, so 12.5 times 2. So we're getting a lot of calories. If you're looking to lose weight, this is not the beer to drink. All right, so it's an adjunct. It's a multigrain lager because we're using corn, maize, corn, barley, and rice. And whatever hops, I don't know. What other malts, I don't know. Obviously, various pale malts. Rice, I read an article that Anheuser-Busch was the largest rice purchaser in Louisiana. Louisiana is a huge rice growing state in West Louisiana. All the rice paddies. And I believe because there's a huge brewery in Houston, Texas, and Anheuser-Busch has had a brewery in Houston, Texas since 1893. But they replaced it with the new brewery in 1966, and I've toured that brewery. And when I went there, interestingly, they were bringing samples of this up to the lab to test to make sure it was perfect. And it was in these bottles with a cork in the top, and it had a taped on label, say, code number, whatever, and it said Hurricane High Gravity. All right, so it's a deep gold. Back in the 90s, when I started the beer experiment, the beer hobby, they had Hurricane. Now I need to clean this one out. You see it's got like mold inside. I thought it was cleaned all the way, but it got mold. Okay, so Hurricane was the 6% malt liquor. I don't know why they felt like they needed to add another malt liquor. All right. They say on the website, full-bodied and semi-sweet for a wonderful drinking experience, that kind of thing. And they say it's a high-end malt liquor. What is malt liquor? It's an American term for super strong beer, but they're not allowed to use those terms in the United States for a beer. They can't say strong beer or powerful beer. They allude to that with Hurricane, King Cobra, Colt 45 to show the Colt kicking, and those type of things that connote power, but they can't directly refer to the power. But now they can list the ABV on the bottle and cans. If it says 8.5%, it's a pretty good indication of power. But they cannot market, you cannot use that as the marketing. It's strong in the nose. It's like strong fermented grains. I mean, it's an okay smell. It's strong. If you're used to Budweiser, this is going to just be a knockout. If you're used to Bud Light, it'll be intolerable. Oh, it's chalky in the mouth. That's the thing about these things. The body's high, medium, if not heavy, and then you get this chalky mouthfeel with these high gravity lagers. You get that in some high gravity ales, but it's evidenced less often. But I've had many powerful ales that do have that chalky mouthfeel. It's like literally chalk. The chalk cliffs of Dover. I don't know why it has that, but the taste. It's not too sweet. Well, they say on the website it's semi-sweet. It's just, isn't that what they say? Hold on a second. Smooth, sweet finish. I guess the finish is smooth. See, I was putting words in their mouth. They didn't say semi-sweet, they say sweet. It is kind of sweet. Budweiser has a very dry, crisp finish. So is this beer crisp? No, that's why I stopped drinking it in 2005. I told you it was chewy. It was like you were eating a beer. It's not crisp, but you'll feel it in your head. Oh, it's powerful. If you want to say too powerful, I had it in the freezer for nearly an hour. It didn't freeze. I don't really know why people want to drink 8.5% lagers or ales. Yeah, but you know, 12 ounces, 355 milliliters for like a dessert. But to guzzle this thing, this is going to count for 2 beers. I had one this morning, one in the afternoon, now this one in the later afternoon, and then I'll put it in the fridge, and then it'll count for the last 2, because on the day off of work I'll drink 4 beers, 4 12 ounces. Well, in this case it's 3 12s, no, it's a 12, 2 12.5s, and a 16. So when 5 ounces over, but it's hard to, I couldn't make the can not be a 16 ounce for that one I did earlier. You can pick up a little tiny, itsy bitsy, teeny weeny bit of top hop bitterness. It's like noble hops. I think they have hop farms in Moravia and Czechia, in other words, the Czech Republic. Anheuser-Busch like owns hop farms there. They're not gourmet hops, I don't think. They're just like basic commodity brewing hops. But they're noble type. You get a little spiciness. Oh, so one more thing and then we'll talk a little bit about it. It's sweet. It's bready, like white bread, of course, not whole grain. Rice cakes, barley bread, cornbread. Yeah, like a multigrain bread. A full, almost heavy-bodied, and a sweet finish. I don't think it's as sweet as they say. I still think it's semi-sweet. And a little tingle of hop bitterness. What are the IBUs on this? It might be 17. You wouldn't perceive it. It's going to taste like it's 8 because of the super sweetness and the high ABV. But it could be technically, on the gauge, 17 IBUs. Just to balance out the sweetness. Is this a hoppy beer? Not by any stretch of the imagination. No way. If this was a German beer, it wouldn't have rice or corn in it, right? But let's just say it was a German equivalent of this. It would be a Helles Doppelbock, like a Beta Turbo Dog. Not Turbo Dog. 8.5. A Beta, that's my excuse for making a mistake. Andigator. Andigator is 8%, not 8.5, 8%, and it's described as a Helles Doppelbock, a bright Helles Bright Double Bock goat beer. Strong beer, yeah. Some of these Bock beers are not strong. 4.5% alcohol. It's not a Bock. It's a baby goat. It's a kid. All right. Actually, Anheuser-Busch makes a beer called Billy Goat. Ziegenbach. But it's 4.9. It's not strong. The more you drink this, the more you enjoy it, though. That's the thing about it. Like, it's really a dangerous product because you start out and it's like abrasive. You say, oh, it's so strong. Then you kind of acclimate to it and you say, it's kind of nice, And then if you drink that whole can, it's like rough sailing ahead. So I wouldn't do it. Overall, but still an A. Has some fruitiness, which you get more of an ale, get more with an ale than a lager, but it's fruity. You say, what kind of fruit? Golden raisins. Not being silly. That's what it tastes like. All right. Trying to look for the legal disclosure. Legal disclosure. I'm going to pour a little bit more, and then I'm going to put the rest in the fridge for about 2 hours later, because I am not trying to be... All right, I said 8.5. I'm sorry, 8.1. Yes. I'm thinking of the infamous Colt 45 high gravity, 8.5. Oh, no. No, people. All right, so back to the history. 1996 comes along. I start saying, ooh, what is this? At the local stores, like half a mile away. So I bought this. And back then it was like $1.50 for the 40 ounce. And I tasted the Hurricane premium malt liquor naturally brewed for a distinctive bold taste. And I found that that was the case. And it was very pleasant. Brace for the smooth taste. Yeah. I don't think you really had to brace for it, but it was, a little gamey. But 6%, it was nice. Had that H that was shaking. Then the cans, I bought the cans for the collection, and premium malt liquor naturally brewed for a distinctive bold taste. Guaranteed born on dates. Got the born on date, guys. But then all of it, and then here's the modern Hurricane 6% can and the modern Hurricane 6% bottle, which I say I got to clean up. Then this starts showing up in 2005. So what's this? HG. Hurricane. HG, high gravity, Hurricane, high gravity lager, brewed for a distinctive bold taste. This one doesn't say malt liquor, it says lager. It is a lager. It says ale on the can. Ale. Is it the 5th of May 2009? So it's post-hurricane. No, I think it's May 9th, 2005. That's what it is. May 9th, 2005. Pre-hurricane. I don't think it's an ale. I think they put that on the can so that they could sell it in Texas. Then they came out with the bottles with the pretty gold ring. I like it. I mean the cans, new cans. And the bottles, which we can get these 40-ounce bottles in Baton Rouge. Can't get them around here. They run about $2.19 if you're lucky and $2.59 if you're unlucky. And this one got the mold in it also. I thought I had them cleaned out well, but I didn't apparently. Yes. 350th day of 2019. Yes. All right, and then the modern bonus can. Anytime you see the Anheuser-Busch with the red strap, it's the bonus extra ounce. $1.73 at Walmart. Just bought it. And the lady was like, they got the cold ones up front. I said, well, because the Anheuser-Busch salesman was there that day, the lady. And I said, no, 265th day of 2021. 265th day of 2021. It's got the date, guys. I said, no, I'm saving it. I'm not going to drink it today anyhow. I would not drink this on a regular basis. It's too strong. It's too gamey. It's too... You feel it here like... I'm not saying it's rough. It's just a little tough. And I'm not tough enough, you know the song, Are You Tough Enough? I'm not. I'll admit that. And I'm not trying to be. It's a put on the... But I mean, some of these craft beers be like 350 calories per 12 ounce. This is 188. So compared to craft beer, it's like low. I mean, it's everywhere in this parish, in all the river parishes, Jefferson Parish, Orleans Parish. It's everywhere. And invariably, it's going to be in these cans on the shelf, in the cooler, in the convenience store. You will see 6-packs of it in the pint cans, certainly. And if you go to Baton Rouge, you see the bottles. Where you see the 12-ounce bottles. You might see the 12-ounce bottles. You probably won't see that. Or quart bottles. You might, but you probably won't. So really in Louisiana, you're basically going to see the 350, the 12 ounce, 355 milliliter, but the 12 ounce cans, the 16 ounce cans, and the 6-packs. 12 ounce and the 12 ounce and the 12 packs. The and your 25 ounce singles, and in Baton Rouge area and West Louisiana, I guess. But I just noticed Baton Rouge, the 40 ounce bottles. This is gone. Gone. Once high gravity was entrenched here, then the black label, the Hurricane, was gone. Now, if I go to Birmingham or Tuscaloosa, if I go to Tuscaloosa to see an Alabama football game, I'll see it around. The black label everywhere. Birmingham, same thing. But in South Mississippi, South Louisiana, Mobile area of Alabama, East Texas, I think you're going to see the high gravity. Yeah, like I was going to rate it and I forgot. It's an A minus. Yeah, because that chalkiness, it can't. That's a detriment. Otherwise, it's a good flavor. It's just a mouthfeel thing. A minus, 90 out of 100. 90 out of 100, I think, is much higher than most people would ever dream of giving it. Does deserve it. Last chance on legal designation, malt liquor. I guess that's illegal. Yeah, that's the legal disclosure. Malt liquor is a legal term for the U.S. government, yes. And what does it mean? Read the U.S. government definition of malt liquor, and you can see that it means pretty much whatever you want it to mean. It's very, it's a great example of sophistry. Because was the United States government really going to outlaw high gravity beers in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 20s? No, because that's tax revenue they're going to have to turn down. So they played a little tap dance game. Because you had people saying, we cannot have strong beer poisoning our people. We should not even have beer legalized. So the government said, you're right, cannot have strong beer. That is an infirmity. That's an infirmia. So they said, will not allow any beer to be sold above 5%. People would have to be mad out of their minds to allow that. Now, of course, we might allow malt liquor to be sold above 5. And if you look at the old labels for Old English stout malt liquor from the 1940s, it says stout malt liquor. Alcohol by weight, 8%, meaning it's like 9% ABV. And then they came out with this high gravity lager, Well, that can be 9 till 14% if it's Four Loko Gold. But it's not beer. Oh, please, you'll never see the word beer on these cans or bottles. Oh, strike me down. So it was a clever way for the U.S. government, probably in collaboration with brewers, unofficial, off the record, to devise a way to get around all that. Now, if you go to England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, other British Commonwealth countries. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't say British Commonwealth. Commonwealth countries. Jamaica, the Bahamas, etc., Grenada. They'll say strong beer or extra strong beer because they don't have that prohibition. But they got other prohibitions, so they're not as... I mean, in that sense, they're more open, but in other areas they certainly are not. But, okay, short story long, if this was sold in Canada, it would not be called malt liquor. It would be called Hurricane Extra Strong Beer, which is actually what it is. All right, so that's fine. I mean, if you're looking to drink a knockout beer, which I'm not looking to drink, I'm more of a natural ice 5.9% guy. 5.9 is my wheelhouse. 8.1. Oh no. 8.2. Oh no. 8.5. 8.5. What are you talking? This is not sold around here, thankfully. I bought this in Queens, New York City. Sutpen Boulevard, I think it's called. They had singles. I said, Silver Thunder. Oh, yeah. Then it was canceled soon after. This was 6%, I think. It was nice and mild. That's what I like, nice and mild. And you might say, because you're weak, and 6% is all you can handle, and you're weak, and you can't handle it. I am weak, and I can handle it. That's true. So thanks for watching this video production. Lazy Le Bon Temps Relay, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all go to Houston, Texas, and you won't be able to take a tour because they don't give tours anymore. You can go to Houston and tour tour Carbach. You know what I mean? Anheuser-Busch, Carbach. Well, anyway.